first guest tonight is a very talented actor, probably has a star of his own on the Walk of Fame. He's also a writer and a director. His latest film is called Movers and Shakers, and it will be opening March 22nd. We're always delighted to have him on the show. Please welcome Charles Grodin.
Hi, Charles. How are you? Nice to see you again. Right over here.
You know, you are, I don't know if I said this the last time you were on the show, but you're one of my favorite actors. I enjoy seeing you in anything. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but you always bring so much more to the role. I think you're very talented, and I'm glad you're here.
Thank you very much.
Now, are you on the Walk of Fame out there in California?
I don't understand why Tony Martin and Gene Autry are down there a total of 8 times between the two of them. Larry Bud Melman and I, and you, for that matter, are not on even once between the 3 of us.
See, I think you could be on, though. You're a major motion picture star. They would be happy to have you.
Let's call that woman back.
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe upstairs afterward.
I'll tell you what. This actually happened. I haven't been on television for some time because I've been working on.
Very busy. Movers and Shakers.
Right.
Yeah. Directing it, aren't you?
No.
Starring in it.
Well, with a number of other people, yes.
Mm-hmm. Who else? Who's a bigger star in this movie than you?
Walter Matthau's in it, and you're my kind of host.
Walter Matthau. Who else?
Well, starring in the picture, Vince Gardenia, Tyne Daly, Gilda Radner, Bill Macy. Steve Martin plays a cameo. Penny Marshall plays a cameo.
Yeah. It's a good cast, but you're the star.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, so what were you going to say?
I was going to say that I haven't been out of the house actually too much lately for reasons that probably wouldn't be appropriate to go into here.
Let's hear them. I hope it wasn't illness.
No,
it wasn't.
No, I look good and I feel good. I just haven't been. I've been really focusing a lot on this picture, and this is really fun compared to some other things. And
well, now, like what? Compared to what other things?
Life.
Well, this is life.
Well, this isn't really life. This is usually coming on a talk show, which I've been doing for about 12 or 13 years. It's always the most stressful time I found in the past. But today I realize that it's the best time for me compared to
sitting in your room working on this film.
Or whatever.
Or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, life itself.
Has there been something awful happen to you in the last few months? Is that what?
Well, it's nice because there's lights and there's people and there's it's a warm atmosphere.
Yeah.
You begin to appreciate it more when you're out there in the cold. When you said that Larry Bud Melman had brought a lot of joy in a sad world.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. It is true, and that's why the audience applauded when you said it. Yeah. And it's nice to be here with you and Larry Bud and the audience. And what I started to say was that I was walking through the what do you call it, the lobby, the main floor, to come in here, and there were a whole lot of people lined up, I guess, to see this show. And as I walked through...
what do you mean, you guess? They're not waiting to see Live at 5. Of course they're lined up.
Was this show?
Yeah, it was this show.
Was this show.
I guess the nightly news with Tom Brokaw. They don't have a studio audience up there.
I'm not as familiar with the what's going on here as you are. But as I walked through the lobby, people began to applaud, and it was a very warm feeling, because when you haven't been out that much, it felt great. And I turned around to smile, and they weren't applauding me. There was a duck in a tuxedo walking by, and they were applauding the duck. But for the moment that I thought they were applauding me, it was a lovely, lovely moment.
Yeah. Where do you suppose the duck was going?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going, so I really don't know where. Now, or like what you did, you tell a joke, it doesn't work, you apologize, and so perhaps we should all come out here and apologize up front for anything that's not funny, and then we're clear.
Yeah. Well, if we start doing that, we got our hands full. It's an all-day job. Now, let me talk about the Academy Award nominations. Are they in? You're eligible for an Academy Award this year?
Well, I'm eligible.
Yeah.
I am eligible.
For Lady in Red?
Woman in Red.
Woman in Red.
Woman in Red.
And what do you think? How many nominations have you had in your career?
Academy Award nominations? None.
But you could have been.
Could have been.
Heaven Can Wait.
Yeah.
Probably should have had one there. What about The Heartbreak Kid?
I could have been.
That was a great movie, a great part.
Yeah, well, you know, you don't really think about these things until people start to say, like Larry Budd, I don't think 2 weeks ago was thinking about having his name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And now you've put this into his head, and if he doesn't get it, it's going to be an upsetting thing. Well, it's the same thing with the Academy Awards. Well, you don't wake up in the morning and wonder if you're going to be nominated for an Academy Award, but when people talk about you for it, as they did with The Heartbreak Kid or having Kuwait for a couple of things, and a couple of the others I talked about myself for, and it doesn't happen, then you feel so now it's The Woman in Red. And,
Woman in Red.
And you don't, it's like Mel Brooks said, you hope for the best, expect the worst.
Yeah. But you think you have a better chance with this one this time?
No.
No. Now, is this going to bother you if it doesn't come to pass?
It might.
Yeah.
It might now. It never has in the past, but you know, have they ever asked you to host the Academy Awards? Have they?
No, they don't.
But if people have been talking about why isn't David Letterman hosting the Academy Awards? Why isn't this man hosting the? Why is it always Johnny Carson?
Yeah, then you start.
Then suddenly, and you're not asked. Then you suddenly say, yeah, a lot of people felt I should have been hosting the Academy. Well, that's the same thing with the Academy Awards.
You can get a little.
You start to think. Wait a minute, people are saying this guy should be nominated for this or for that or for this, and then you start to think about it. I don't know if you get pouty. Did you say pouty?
Pouty, I said pouty.
Pouty, yeah. I hope that I don't get pouty, petulant.
Oh, petulant.
Maybe a little petulant. You know, no, I take it all in good spirit, but I hope. But it'll be nice. You know,
it would be great.
Did you ever as a kid play sports? And they do a pickup game, and there's like 10 guys standing there. And they'll say, "I'll take Fred. I'll take Bill. I'll take Tom. I'll take Al. I'll take." And you're waiting for somebody to take Dave. You know.
Yep.
And they don't quite get to Dave until the end.
Yep.
Well, that's what it's like. You know, if they finally get to Dave, you're very grateful to be nominated or picked for anything. Once the game exists, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I
apologize for that.
I hope you get a nomination. That'd be really nice for you.
Well, I appreciate that. And you actually did get a nomination, and I think won an Emmy Award, didn't you?
Award, yeah.
An Emmy Award. I heard my name mentioned. I think I was on one of the shows.
Oh, that's right. I think you were involved in one of them.
Yeah,
that's
I was,
right.
and that was quite thrilling.
And
in and of itself, as they say in the trailer.
Yeah, we were very grateful for your participation.
I was grateful to be included.
Let me do a commercial, and then we'll be back, Charles. All right, we'll be right back with Charles. Charles, let me...
You see, now during the commercial break, Jerry Mulligan from your staff came over to me and he said, very nice. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's nice to be here. I can go like a long period of time in life before anybody comes over to me and whispers in my ear, very nice. That's the whole point of being on a show like this.
You keep bringing something up. Now, something has gone wrong, hasn't it? There's something wrong with your life.
Look, when I started doing this in around 1973, actually with Johnny Carson, I said it then, and I still feel it now. There's nothing like being on a show like this. There's no orchestra in my apartment.
Yeah.
There's no audience, and there's nobody saying very nice every 10 minutes. It's a tremendous thing to be on a show like this.
What about your friends and loved ones?
Well, my friends and loved ones are great, but, you know, they're not saying very nice, very nice, very nice, you know.
No, but there are other forms of very nice, like good to see you, Charles. Can you come over and watch the Super Bowl? That's another way of saying very nice.
I watched the Super Bowl alone.
Well, maybe that's not
what
a
I mean
good
is
example,
that you need more love in the world. You need people to tap you on the shoulder and say very nice. I just did it to you, actually, coincidentally, during the... I said that joke about not too close to somebody on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and that made you feel very good.
Yeah, I did. I felt,
and it's true, because you feel it. So it's just in situations like this, you just come up with the very nices more in the audiences. We're all here to like enjoy ourselves, which is not always the case of where we are.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Okay. Now.
In other words, what I'm trying to say is that as time goes by, you appreciate warmth and kindness more. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm really trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
No, but it's true.
But it's deep.
Now, you know what I notice? Sometimes I'll travel around the country, and I'll find that at certain parts of the country, people are much friendlier than they may be here in New York City. Because not that there's anything wrong with the folks here in New York City, but they just I guess it's because it's a smaller community. They have a little more time,
less stress and less pressure
stress,
on people.
And I find that very comforting.
That's right.
It's just like being a small child again when everything is pretty much taken care of for you.
And ultimately, comfort gets to be one of the things it's mainly about. You start to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I mean, you're under. For example, we're under lights. Lights feel good. Lights feel good. Feels good to be under lights. Warming to be under lights is what I'm trying to say.
You're sleeping in the park again, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
A little bit.
Now, Charles, let me ask you a question about your craft. By the way, I love it when somebody refers to acting as their craft.
Sounds like food services.
Yeah. Do you have any secrets for you've succeeded and sustained for a long period of time? Do you have any secrets of longevity people might?
I was struck the other day. Clayton Moore, who had played the Lone Ranger for his whole life, is now 70 years old.
That's right.
And a couple of years ago, they ruled that he had to give up the mask, take off the mask, and give it to a younger man that the sponsor had chosen to wear the mask. And Clayton Moore, quite understandably, was upset by this. And then about a week ago, the court overruled that decision, and Clayton Moore now can wear the mask. And people identify with the concept of wearing the mask because we'd all like to keep our masks. And he said that he was never going to take off that mask as long as he lived. And that meant that wherever he went, I mean, he was actually wearing a pair of dark wraparound sunglasses in the interim before they said he could wear the mask. And he's back into that. Now, that's tenacity. That's what I'm trying to say.
He has outlasted adversity.
Yes, and longevity is based on tenacity. You have to hang in there, and if they take away your mask, appeal to a higher court.
That's right.
Until they give you back your mask. And then you get it back, you put it on, you don't take it off.
Right.
That's one of the ways you stay in. And another way you stay in is recognizing, recognizing how hard show business really is. Too many young people, my daughters now going into this, don't realize that it is a very difficult thing. It's a profession of very strong enthusiasms that are very short-lived. Mm-hmm. So people can say, you're wonderful, and maybe not take your call two days later.
Sure.
And if you understand that, it helps. I had my first job in show business. I worked 16 hours a day, and I paid $15 a week to do that. This is true, in 1955.
What kind of job was that?
It was an apprentice in an acting company, and I shared there were 6 cots in a garage, and my cot, it was a mattress. You would have thought there was a dead rat in there, and I complained so much that they took the mattress apart. And there was a dead rat in there.
But it was show business.
It was show business. But what I'm trying to say is that's what it's really like for everybody. Right. People are disappointed
constantly.
Don't give it up.
And it could happen at any time. You could put in 40 years, nothing happened the next day, boom, you're a star.
That's true, too.
Movers and Shakers. This will be released nationally, I guess, March 22nd.
That's right.
Another fine Charles Grodin film.
Well, it's the first movie I've written and co-produced, and spent 7 years, actually, trying to get it on, and finally did get it on.
And good luck with the nomination. That'd be nice for you. Nice to see you again, Charles.
Certainly would. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We'll be right back. We have to pause here for station identification.